Welcome back, part 2, mark making collage. So on my plate what I've chosen is a mixture of blacks and browns, different kinds of browns, and some red, and then a slightly orangey red as well. And I'm using the water, and actually this is just a household brush that I found out in the garage, and that's quite useful. I'm making it reasonably watery so that I can then actually print with it. So once I've mixed it, I can then dip on top my string covered piece of card. I can then lift that and I can take it over and print with it. You want to try and then start to create a series of prints, okay? So I'm going to do a little page of that now. Don't let it get too wet, but just have a look at the kind of textures you get. They're going to look cool. Okay, so I'm going to have a go actually at printing now. So just taking it on board, pressing it quite firmly. Oh, that's starting to look quite good. I'm then going to take it over, re-dab it into the paint and put it back, give it a press. It's not going to be exactly the same each time. Maybe I can get away with not doing it back in the paint. Yeah, that kind of works. So I'm going to keep going on that one. I'm not going to fill up a whole page. I don't think I'm going to need it, but I am going to do a reasonable amount. Okay, so there we go. I've got about half a page, I suppose, of prints. That kind of feels like enough to me for the moment. That's given me a really cool kind of texture if you look at it in detail, and I'm going to need to let that dry now. So while I'm letting that dry, what I'm going to go on to now is I'm going to on to some mark making on maybe the rest of this part of the page, because I don't need all of it for that, but I'm going to use dry materials, so things that, because I don't have paint, if you don't happen to have paint, let's see what kind of marks we can make without it. So here we go. I'm just using a felt pen, or I'm actually using a fine liner, but you could use a biro, you could use a pencil, a coloured pencil. It's quite nice to have, and certainly as we go on with this exercise, it's quite nice to have black, making sure that you're using black. Quite a lot of black and dark colours is often better than pale. It's certainly going to show up when we start to do our amazing animal collages. So you can see I'm just doing little dashes, quick flicks with my pen, and I'm probably going to fill about twice as much as this. You'll notice as I'm drawing it to a close on this that these are little flicky marks. I'm keeping it reasonably random. I'm not doing it in straight lines. That I think makes the marks look quite good. I quite like to go back in if I feel I've left some big spaces. But that's a cracking little bit of mark making there. I'm going to try a couple of others on the rest of this page. Just onto this page, and then I might go back and do a little bit more of the painting onto the other page. Don't panic if you don't have paint, because I've got some other ideas for mark making for dry media goods. Okay.